Wow. These shades are like almost identical. Oh my God. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming back at you with kind of a fun video, or at least I think it's fun. My husband always makes fun of me about all this planner stuff, so anyways, I don't know, I just think I'm a cuckoo maybe. Okay, so from the title, you guys can probably tell that I'm going to compare these Colors of the World Crayola markers to the infamous Tombow brush pens, right? Like, you guys know about these, right? Like, if you've seen any planner videos, I'm sure you've seen these being busted out. Oh my gosh, sorry. And yeah, like I've been looking for some sort of dupe for these. I've got these a while ago. They're about, I think there's $32 regular price, that's Canadian, on Amazon for a pack of 10. This is the portrait. And so I wanted the portrait because they're more neutral colors. But yeah, so they're 32 regular. I think right now they're on sale for 26. I'll link everything down below in the description box if you're interested in them. But yeah, they're like kind of expensive for what they are, right? Like if you get them in a pack, I think it's okay. But from this pack, I really only used the one color, and I'll show you what color that is. This is my favorite one. And so I bought a replacement for this one, and it was like $7, right? Because I couldn't find them like to buy them in a single pack, just singles. And I know you can get them at Michael's, but the one that I have, they don't have the singles. So yeah, so I've been thinking about like just trying out a dupe or whatever. And when I saw these, because I was like randomly looking for markers for like my 3-year-old, and I came across these, and like they're Colors of the World, so it's supposed to like represent the, you know, different skin colors of the people around the world, which is really cool concept. And yeah, so I got this recently. This is the box it comes in. It comes in 24 different shades, like neutral shades. And I was like, oh my God, these are like the perfect colors. Like, what more could you ask for? And you get 24 of them. This is $8, guys. $8. How can you go wrong with $8? That's $8 Canadian, so it's probably like $6 USD. But yeah, right? So I had been thinking about them, and I was like, oh, I don't really need them, but you know what? Whatever, they're $8. Let's see if they work and compare them to the Tombows, and maybe it could help somebody else out who doesn't want to spend the money on the Tombows, right? Okay. So I will zoom you in a second, but what I did was I just did the swatches. After I did this, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done it on the Hobonichi paper because it is a cream color. Like, it's not white for those of you who just use regular inserts. But anyways, I'm sure it's not a huge difference. But I did the swatches for all of the Colors of the World, and then I did the swatches for the 10 portrait styles for you. And I think what we'll do also is, after we talk about the colors, I'll zoom you in. We'll talk about the colors, and then I just wanted to see how it works as like a highlighter over various pens. I'm not a pen fanatic, so I don't have like all the pens that you guys are into. But the few common ones I just wrote out here, and then we'll use each pen and go over it and just see if it smudges or if there's a difference, okay? What else do I need to tell you up front? Oh, also, so I know these are brush pens, so obviously people who are calligraphers, the difference in like the tip obviously might make a big difference. I don't know. I'm not a calligrapher, so I can't comment on that, but I know people do use these. I know they use the super tips, but I don't know if there's a difference between this and the super tips. So I think you can still calligraphy with these, right guys? Unless you're like really intense and you need something a bit more professional. Maybe those don't work out for you. But for those who are just using it to like make dots in their planner and underline things, which is me, I'm like, these would have more than sufficed. There you go. Okay, so I'll zoom you guys in and then we'll keep talking. Okay, now you guys are zoomed in while you're really zoomed in. I don't think I've ever tried this I'm just filming on my phone. I need to do a proper camera setup, but one step at a time. Okay, so like I said, the colors of the Crayola Colors of the World, it comes in 24 shades, and there's a lot of shades. I do admit that I don't know if it's the cream paper or what, but like a lot of these lighter shades do not really show up. See those and those, they don't really show up, right? And if I take one of these ones, let's say here's what color is this? Light almond. Where is that? This first one, right? Like you can barely see that. Now I just want to test it out for you on the white paper, and let's just see if it's because of the cream. No. So see how it still doesn't really show up? You guys can see that, right? That first one on the Hobonichi paper and on this, like maybe this changes it a little bit, but like you wouldn't use that as a highlight. Like you can barely see that. So I don't think it makes a huge difference between the Tomoe River paper, the cream Tomoe River paper from Hobonichi, and just regular paper. For those of you guys who are wondering, this is just my GTD bundle. The monthly, weekly, and daily inserts. I'll list everything below. But anyways, okay, so you get a lot of shades, okay? So like I said, everything that is light, I would say wouldn't really work for me. But as soon as you get into these medium shades, like they're perfect. Like look how close they are to the Tombow side, right? Like, sorry, put this one down here. I don't know why I didn't put it higher up. I just thought it was kind of like a white color because you could barely see it. Like, doesn't that look white? And then it shows up like orangey here. So I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, so if you look at the shades, like see this 800, like the 800 looks a lot like, you know, this medium golden shade, right? There's a lot of overlap. Like this pinkish shade, the 772, is very similar to the medium deep golden. And like the brown, the 977, I would say that's probably my favorite color after 942. 942 is my go-to and it's the one that I use the most. That's the one that I've replaced. It's like a light tan color. I can't say that this one in the Crayola has that exact shade. The closest is like this medium deep golden, I think. So the almond is a bit more pink, and then the golden, I would say, is the closest to this, right? That's pretty close. 977, like a lot of these brown shades match it. And then there's that's just the black color. And this is like, I don't know, it looks white, but it's like yellowy, but even one of these maybe would match this yellowy color. So I would say that from a shade range perspective, obviously the Crayola is better, like obviously, and like a lot of these shades match this too, right? So if you are after this neutral Tombow set, like, and you just care about the colors, go for this, okay? Like you can't really tell unless you're like a brush pen person and like, you know, you do use it for calligraphy and stuff like that. Maybe it's easier with the brush pen style than just the tips on the Crayola. But if you're just using it for your planner and you like the neutral shades, go for this, okay guys? Go for this. Here, I had done a pen test already before, which is where I wrote with the friction erasable pen and I put this Crayola and I just used it as a highlighter just to see if it would smudge. And you can tell it didn't really, right? But I thought I would do them all again for you side by side so we could double check. Okay, so there's the friction, so these are the pens that I had. Friction erasable pen, the Uniball Signo, Pentel Energel, and the Micron. These were the only pens that I had that are, like I felt were really popular and that you guys might have and want to know how it interacts with the pens. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and there's not like a lot of other pens that you guys use. Okay, so let's just pick a shade to try. I don't want to pick one that's too light because here, light, medium, golden. Like if it's too light, I guess it doesn't really make a difference, huh? Okay, we could do a light one. And then, so I'll use the light, medium, almond. And then for this side, maybe I'll use the 800. Light, medium, almond is like this color. Do you guys think that's too light? Maybe I should do medium golden. See here. Just trying to pick one that you guys can kind of see, you know. Here, I'll do medium almond. I think that's better. I'll do medium almond, and on this side, so medium almond is this shade, and on this side, maybe I'll use the 800 because it kind of looks similar. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna go over, and I just wrote this out like a minute before I started filming, and we're only 5 minutes in, so it's not obviously not gonna wait 5 minutes, but they are all dry. I can also do a quick like write it and use this right after, but I'm pretty sure they would both smudge. Even with the Tombows, I don't like literally write it right away and highlight it because of this smooth Tombow river paper. I do find sometimes it's prone to smudging, except with the micron. I think the micron's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, so let's just highlight these and see what we think, okay? So I'll just go with the Tombow first. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so you see with the Tombow that it's fine with the friction. Uniball Signo, no go. It smudges like heck. Pentel Energel, I think looks okay, and the micron is for sure good. And this is with the Tombow, and then we'll try this side with the Crayola. Okay, so now if you see this one actually is a little bit darker. Actually, this is pretty close. I think I said this is actually pretty close to my 942, isn't it? Okay, so what I would say with the Crayola, and I've tried this twice now, and I am kind of noticing a pattern, is that the Crayola kind of rubs off the friction pen. I know this is a darker color, but still, like even with this lighter color, when I go over it, like my friction pen, you can barely see it, right? Uniball Signo, I would say again, smudges. The Pentel Energel kind of looks a little smudged here, but I kind of wonder if it's just because it's taking the ink from the Uniball Signo that fully smudged and wiping it here. I think if it wasn't for the Uniball Signo, it would be fine. That's the Pentel Energel, and then the micron is fine. So that's what I have found on Tombow River paper in the past, is that the micron is the best pen for it because it stays on. Now, when we compare these two, you'll see that it's pretty similar. So unless you're really married to the friction pens, the one that I used is the Friction Slim. I don't know if there's a difference between the different tip sizes, but unless you're really married to the friction, I would say it looks very similar. Okay, guys, like when I use the friction here, I kind of talked about it already, it does kind of overpower it. So maybe the friction is not the best pen if you want to use that all the time and then also highlight with the Crayola. If not, if you guys use the micron, even the Pentel Energel, I would say use either and just don't use Uniball Signo because clearly it smudges on either pens, right? So that's that. And then I also wanted to show you guys just quickly maybe what it looks like here on white paper. Okay, so I'm just flipping to, let's see, one of my old spreads. So maybe I'll just do this one then. Okay. So I'm just gonna open up on one of my old spreads and let's use those two same shades. Actually, I'm gonna swap this one out for the 942 because the 942 is my favorite, like I said, and I think it's pretty close to this 800. And I'm just gonna highlight something on either of these pages so you can see what it looks like on white paper. So say I'm highlighting the date, which is a lot of the time what I'm doing. That's my favorite, right? That's it over, that's friction. And then when I do it over my actual insert titles, I'll show you that up close as well. That's that. So that was the 942. Again, I think this is a very popular shade. I think a lot of people love this one. And then let me do it with this one, which is the Crayola, and this is the Crayola Medium Almond. Wow. These shades are like almost identical. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Guys, for the price of one of these pens, I got 24 and I got the same shade and they work the same. Oh my gosh, guys. Are you guys seeing that? Like, what? Okay, come on. Tell me that's the same. Like, if I went like this and I went like that, would you even know that's two different pens? No, right? Crazy. Like, is that not the same? Oh my God, and I think I even like this better. And you guys can see up close that there's no smudging. Like, it doesn't mess up your ink. This is printed on an inkjet printer. So it doesn't mess up my inkjet printer. It doesn't mess up my writing. And you know what's funny is that this is written with a friction. So if I compare it here, like, I don't know why it kind of smudged that one off, but like here, it's perfect. And you can also tell that the cream and the white, sorry guys, the cream and the white, it doesn't make a huge difference to the color, how the color of the marker shows up. You see that? Okay, so wow. Wow, okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, are you guys mind boggled as I am? Like, please comment below what other factors you guys consider with this. Like, yes, it also has the small tip, right, on the other end, but like, you kind of have a pointy tip here. So if you like hold it at the right angle, you could get a fine tip too, right? Okay, guys. What else can I show you? I think that's pretty much it. Like, when you get it, it just comes in this big box and it comes in 3 sleeves. These are so cute with the little people on them, the little characters, the little kids on them. And you get, I don't know, it's just the various sets. I just took out the one set because there's so many. I couldn't possibly show them all to you. Okay, guys. So yeah, for you guys who are considering Tombows and just don't want to spend the money on it, or they're not easily accessible, honestly, try the Crayola. Wow. And the colors are amazing for those of us who, you know, love neutrals. Like, what more do you want, you know? I'll definitely be using these in my planners going forward. So if you guys are interested in these, comment down below. Let me know what you think if you've used them before. Please consider subscribing. I upload once a week, different kinds of planner videos. I'm thinking about adding some productivity videos and maybe some home organization now that I'm settling into my house that I've been doing renovations on for a little while. So yeah, I'd love for you guys to stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.